How many people are on Medicaid?
There's about 70 million people today.
Are there more people on Medicaid than Medicare, or
I think
do you
today
know?
there's more people on Medicaid. Yeah.
Medicaid?
Yeah. I
So
think it's 50 million
Medicaid
on
is
Medicare.
like the number one health care plan in the country.
It's a single plan, correct. I mean, more people are on employer-sponsored plan, but obviously there's lots of employers.
Right. And it's interesting. The New York Times has a piece about this morning. Um, this program's been around Medicaid for,
Since the year I was born, it just celebrated its 50th birthday 2 years ago.
all right. So it's been around 50 years.
Mm-hmm.
And what Mitch McConnell and the others are doing is, in effect, gutting this program, right, without one public hearing. Any chance for organizations like yours or others to come in front of members of the Senate and explain why you think this is a bad idea.
Right. Yes, we were never asked to testify, obviously, because there was no hearing.
Right. Or people who may be on Medicaid and never having a chance to make the case about why it's important to them and to their families, and what the impact would be if they were not able to have health care coverage. None of that opportunity. So didn't they kind of miss one important lesson, which is true with Social Security, true with Medicare, and true with Medicaid, that once these programs are in place, it's hard to get rid of them.
Yeah, a lot of people depend on them, and we saw very compelling stories about what Medicaid is meant to people. Most adults who are on Medicaid are actually working. And I think that's one of the things that's become more, people learn that more, but 80% of the people who got Medicaid through the expansion are working people. When you look at the whole adult population, it's more like 60% are people are working. And the ones that aren't working are either disabled themselves or taking care of a child or going to school. So the vast majority of people, and actually Medicaid allows people to work. There was a wonderful study that looked at this in Ohio, and it asked people who had newly gotten Medicaid, 50% of them said it was having Medicaid that allowed them to work. And there was an example in the survey of a woman who had a hernia, and she wasn't able to work because she was in such pain from the hernia. But once she got Medicaid, she was able to get it fixed, and now she's employed.
Right.
And when you look at the people who are unemployed on Medicaid, 75% of them say it helps them to look for work.
What? So Medicaid, unlike Medicare, you have to be 62, 65? 65.
Mm-hmm.
Medicaid could be any age?
Sure. In fact, almost half of all births are paid for by Medicaid.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
No
kidding.
Right. So any age, it just depends on
your income.
Your income.
Yeah. In those states that have chosen to do the expansion.
Right.
In states like Texas, you have to there be a child or a parent of a child, and I forget the amount of the income, but it's something around, if your income is anywhere over 20% of the federal poverty level, which is maybe $6,000, you don't qualify for Medicaid.
Right.